Okay, sorry I haven't had any videos up lately, guys. I've been kind of busy at work and haven't had much time to do anything RC related. I have had a little bit of time to work on a couple of things. I've spent some time on a flat deck for a buddy of mine's 6x6. He's got a RC four-wheel drive Beast and custom chassis rails on it. The original ones are bent, so put new rails on it, lengthened the wheelbase a little bit, and added a lift hook. I still have to put a servo somewhere in. Well, I'll probably put a servo here with a link up to here so I can actually pull it. And this is the idea. Right. I still need a couple of brackets back here just to hold it as it rolls on. But the whole idea behind this is like having a roll-off bed for either a sea container or a flat deck. This is actually big enough to hold another RC, so you can load up and then take it away. Wanted something that we could actually drive a drift car or something onto. But anyways, that's still on the go, and it's getting there. I've done a little work on the body as well, nothing serious. The big thing that I've sort of gotten finished and figured out is my Wraith. I had a RC four-wheel drive 2-speed in here, but I was just shredding it in a matter of 30 seconds out on a trail. I took it out, dropped it down, was hoping to get some video of how it ran. Realized that I was just destroying the 2-speed, so I called her quits, went home. Decided I was going to go back to an axial setup. This is a Vanquish Products aluminum SCX10 transfer case or transmission, and it's a simple setup with just the 32 pitch gears, and it's still got this Mambo Monster 2 on it, which actually pulls a little bit of power. I ran it around a little bit more after I threw that into it and realized that it blew up my transfer case. Here, hold on. This is what happens when you throw brushless power through an RC four-wheel drive transfer case. I don't know if you can see that, but I've blown both the ends off the outdrives on this transfer case. Gearing's still good inside. I'm just going to have to get a new outdrive shaft on it. But in the meantime, I've actually made my own out of some Robinson Racing gears. I've got about a 1:2 gear ratio down in the bottom of it. It slows the motor down, well, the wheel speed down quite a bit. It doesn't really affect the wheel speed that I'm looking for. I'm running it on 4-cell right now. This speed control will take that. So, and as for articulation, this is basically what I'm looking at for articulation right now. I'm almost 7 inches. I've got a little bit more than that. That was basically something I could stand it on, so I can get about 7.5 and still have traction on 4 tires. Played around with some of the shock mounts, angled them back on bigger degrees. I think I talked about that in the last video. I actually moved the shock mount from about a 1/4 inch further forward. I moved it back a bit. And I did something similar on the back. You can see that white piece in there. That's actually an extension to the existing shock mounts on a Wraith. It's a pretty simple mod. Just changes the angle, gives you a little bit more droop, and it'll actually increase your articulation. Problem that I have encountered with Wraiths, if any of you are building with them, when you go into higher articulations, because of the off-center pumpkins on these axles, you will end up binding on your linkages. My rear one's pretty close. I don't know if you can see that. I don't have a lot of clearance between that link and the axle, or the drive shaft, sorry. But right now it works pretty good. I might make some more angled drive shafts or linkages to sort of overcome some of those problems. But right now she's actually running, so I'm gonna grab a controller here and fire it up, and then we'll take it out in the backyard and see what she does. Okay, so here I am outside. Nice bright sunny day, finally not snowing in Calgary. And I'm gonna turn this thing on. got an interesting sound when she runs. A little bit sounds more powerful than just a regular old Castle SV3. So, anyways, she actually does run. Doesn't sound too angry at me. So, and she's got more power than I think I'll ever need. So anyways, let's get some running shots here. Well, I think that was pretty short-lived. Minor problem though, I think. That's just simply a slipper clutch, right? Full bore, but I can't get past the slipper clutch situation. I might have to find a way to actually hard mount that all through. That way the slipper pad doesn't actually come into play. I got nothing against driving a truck like it's actually going to get stuck and destroy something if it wedges up on something. It's more about how you drive rather than durability on the truck. If you drive it nice, you know how your lines work. It usually works to your advantage instead of relying on a slipper clutch to prevent you from breaking stuff. Anyways, I think that's probably the next sort of little adventure I'm going to take to figure out how to do that. And I'm actually still trying to get a 2-speed into this, so I might actually make a 2-speed transfer case in the bottom of it. When I was playing around with that R2 transmission and the transfer case that I did make, I figured it'd probably be fairly simple for me with the tools I have in my basement shop to manufacture something. Might take some time, but anyways, thanks for watching.